Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in beautiful Montana. So I have just been online and spoken with a neighbor. As you might know, there is a internet page where farmers can put up any work needed if they can't do it themselves. And there is actually a farm with a pretty big field, and they need it sprayed. And also Mr. Tambiers has found something similar to do. He's gonna take this cultivator. It is in need of a service because I bought it used, but he's gonna take this cultivator and he's gonna go help another farmer out and cultivate his field. And I'm slightly bothered with this dimp or dip right here. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. I do imagine it was done so the barn could sit properly, but yeah. Okay, in any case, while I'm waiting for Mr. John, I will take my truck out so he has an empty garage to take the cultivator in and service it, and I'm gonna use this sprayer. Now the expected payout for both jobs is in total around $45,000. It is quite a big field that I'm gonna be spraying, and also Mr. Tambiers is gonna be doing a relatively big field, just a bit smaller than ours in cultivating terms. Okay, so that's all freed up for Mr. Tambiers, and I'm gonna get my John Deere. I'm probably gonna use the John Deere. Yeah, I think that's the best. I could use the case, but I don't think so. And you also might notice there's a bit more money in the bank account since the previous episode. That is because Mr. Tambiers has actually sold his Massey Ferguson, and since that was part of his original farm, he got paid around $150,000 for that Massey, and he put $54,000 into the joint bank account on this farm, which I think it's very sweet of him. He didn't have to do that, you know. Okay, so Mr. Tambiers has already arrived. Hello there, Mr. T. Ooh, what a beautiful tractor you have. Oh, I'm sorry. I had my mic muted.
Well, howdy.
Howdy. I was just saying that's a beautiful tractor you have there.
Well, thank you. I thought my hearing went out.
Yeah, no, it was me.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
So you sold the Massey Ferguson and got this, and
Yep.
nice. And I see you got yourself a matching front weight.
Yeah, I figured it'd come in handy.
Yeah, definitely. So the cultivator or disc harrow behind you, this has been bought used, and it's gonna need some service before you put it in the field.
Well, I don't think it'll fit in the garage over there.
I think it will. You have to fold it up and then lower it down on your
Okay.
three-point link, and then
Oh, yeah. I see now.
yeah, it should go in. Yeah, it's a hydraulic one. It folds up for transport.
Even better. Let's see. Got your truck in here?
No, I already moved it out.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll go grab this and go in there and perform some maintenance on it.
Okay. And I'm gonna be standing here just in case it's too large. Either way, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, otherwise I might have to move the maintenance bench into the bigger barn. How's the weight?
Seems to be a little heavy, but it's not taking my wheels off the ground or anything. It seems to be all right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to lower... Oh. Yeah, better. We don't want to take the doors off. Okay, good, it fits. Perfect. Well, I wish you good luck with the maintenance. And I'm gonna prepare for the spraying now. Okay, let's see.
Alrighty, we'll get started on this, and I'll head over to the field I gotta go to.
Okay, roger that. Is it far?
Yeah, it's down in the southwest corner of the map.
Yeah, I'm actually going just north of the animal dealers. There's a field of cotton that needs to be sprayed. Okay, let me check if everything's connected properly. Okay, this needs to be fine. Fine, the lights connected. Okay, awesome. Like a glove. I do have to refill it before I go there. And I can't really remember the capacity of the tank, so I'm probably gonna fill as much as I can. Park it right here. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. We have some stray corn growing here. So if we have some capacity left, it's gonna be this one that saves the day. But we did get 69,500 liters of barley into storage from that piece of land over there we harvested previously, so I think it's a pretty good deal. Okay, well, good luck, man.
Yep, roger that. Let's turn some stuff on here. Alright, good to go.
Alrighty, so let's see. I think this one has less herbicide in it than the other one. And this one has 570 liters. I still haven't found a good replacement for the for this red rock, and I am still searching for it because I really don't like these articulated ones, and it's also it has a central arm position, so it's very difficult to see what you're doing. Okay, let me try and breathe. I think I need to position myself in a different way. Good, managed to put the 500 liters in, and there's plenty of space, so I'm gonna put another Bowser in, another IBC. Yeah, in any case, today is one of those days when we don't really have anything to do on the farm. The field that we harvested still has to wait for some time now before we do anything else. We were thinking about putting cover crop in, but I think we're gonna do that after the fact. So after we harvest the corn, because I want to have some kind of crop rotation, which means that the field of barley is going to be turned into cornfield, and this cornfield might get turned into barley, either or. Even though I am thinking of turning this whole field into corn and have the field at the homestead turn into barley instead. Okay, we are nicely filled up, so I'll go all the way to that field and I'll start spraying. Yeah, I think it's gonna be quite a busy day today. And yeah, I accidentally drove over the corn here, and it got crushed under the tires. Oh man. Sometimes you're either the windshield or sometimes you're the bug. And today times I am the bug, sadly. Things are not going my way. Okay, beacons on, and away we go. Okay, I'm now past the animal dealers on the left. This is our usual bale selling spot. And if I'm not mistaken, I have to continue forward on, and it should be the next field on the right. The field that needs spraying. Yep, this is it. And it does have quite some tall weeds, so I guess, yeah, it's well funded, the request for spraying. Man, that's a big field. Hope I have enough herbicide. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some more. Okay, let's open you up. Let's go in the field. Let's see if this is gonna work. It is going to work. Okay, so 30 meters, yes. Automatic, work direction, cruise control deactivation manual. Yes, I do want to have it manual. Let's see. Okay, let's go. I can see I've already missed some at the start, but it is what it is. Let me just lower this down a little bit so it's closer to the ground. I don't want any wind taking it away. But there's another thing I wanted to talk with you about, and that's basically the I just noticed I'm destroying some crop. Oh well. It is what it is. In any case, yeah, I wanted to talk about the sprayer This one does have an option to get some quality of life upgrades, which basically means that I can get some devices installed on it that make it more eco-friendly. So that means that it has some sensors that actually look at the ground, and they determine when to spray, how much to spray, and it uses a whole lot less herbicide than it would usually, and it also is more eco-friendly because if you think about it, you know, if you have a sensor that only sprays on the plant that is not wanted, you don't put herbicide into the underground water supply, you don't kill the neighboring plants and stuff like that, so that's a whole lot better. Another thing is you can also put on nitrogen sensors, which actually sense how much nitrogen is needed to be delivered, and then it delivers just the right amount of nitrogen or fertilizer onto the field. So again, it doesn't get into the underground water supply, it doesn't get wasted, it doesn't affect neighboring fields, you know. You only do the bare minimum you need to do in order to have the field fertilized to its perfection. You know, you only put in whatever the plants are gonna use. That's basically the concept. And yeah, I'm very interested in that, but those upgrades are gonna cost around, I think, $50,000 to $60,000. I'm not sure. You know, it's basically double the price of the sprayer if you put those sensors on. You can also get a sensor you put in front of the tractor on a 3-point link that reads the nitrogen content of the ground or in the plants. Do you know what? I actually don't know how this works. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it's gonna be, this field is gonna be the perfect time to do that. Since my GPS steering is doing all the work. So yeah, let's go to time-lapse. Okay, I just came to the end and I'm running quite low on herbicide, so I'm gonna make a stop to the vehicle store and I'm gonna buy 2 more pallets, drop them in. So I think 4,000 additional liters should be enough to finish this field. But yeah, in the meantime it has started raining, there is a storm, there's some thunder and lightning going on. And as I see on my forecast, there's actually some hail forecasted, which is unfortunate. And I really do hope it's not gonna affect our fields too much. But it is what it is. And I'm definitely gonna have to wash the sprayer and the tractor after this job. Yeah. Okay. Better to stop the tractor than to have a crash, right? My ego is not as big that I wouldn't let someone go if they really want to, you know. I am slow and I'm in a tractor. Look at that, a crazy chicken in the middle of the road. What in tarnation? So is that considered a curse word or not? I don't think it is, but I still rather check than be wrong. Let me, you know what, I'm gonna go in from that side so the tractor is not in the middle of the driveway. Hello. Okay, no one's here. Alright, I managed to get 2 pallets for $4,800. So I think this is gonna cover us. And basically, if I take all the expenses into account, I've probably used around $6,500 to $7,000 worth of herbicide for this field. It depends on how much I'm left at the end, you know. But yeah, it's still $20 profit, so to speak. And anyway, I'll see you back at the field. Okay, so that's the first that I see a train coming through. Ah, look at that, the beautiful BNSF double loco. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, back at the field, so I can start unfolding the sprayer yet again. So this is probably where I need to turn in. Let the GPS handle it. Okay, and let's lower the sprayer arm right down, and away we go. Okay, dear people, and I think this is done. Just a little bit more on this side, and over there we should be at the end. So we used basically, oh yeah, almost two whole IBCs of herbicide. but I think it's quite a good outcome from the contract, nevertheless. And it's been hailing for a couple hours now, which is, I don't know, it's a lot. I was never used to hail lasting that long. It was usually only, for about, I don't know, 15 minutes tops. Okay, I can still see some weeds on that side, but I think it's gonna be good. Right, and we join back to this row, and let's stop it. Okay, folder up. Let's get home. So this should bring a nice chunk of change into the wallet, to the bank account. It's gonna be a welcome addition for the farm. I think I can get out of the field right here. I want to do as little crop destruction as I possibly can. Okay, we're all folded up and we're ready for transport. Gotta be careful I don't hit the school bus. So yeah, basically you're down to 878 liters of herbicide in the tank, which I think is exactly, or almost exactly, 2 IBCs later. And look at that, there's so much hail, it's even visible on the floor, on the ground. And some people are walking around like crazy, like madmen. Okay, returning back to the farm, it's still hailing, and it's such a unwelcome sound, the hail on your metal roof and on your hood. I always felt like it's just, bad for your vehicle. I guess I ain't wrong. Yeah, let's unload you and let me get you washed. I'm gonna keep the engine running because I ain't gonna put this away real fast, real soon. Let me just wash the dirt off, because it did get very, very muddy at the end. And I must say I am looking forward to that upgrade on this sprayer. The precision application one. And while I was spraying, I did have time to check how that precision nitrogen application works. So you have to have a sensor. There are 2 kinds of sensors. The one is that you can put on your mirrors. That only works during daytime, and the other one is the one that you can put on your front linkage. If you have one, I don't have one on this tractor, so I would have to use the case. But yeah, that allows you to work even during the night. In any case, it works like that. The light that reflects from the lens gets picked up by sensors, and based on that, the sensors determined how much agent application needs to be done, which basically means how much fertilizer or how much herbicide needs to be put onto the crop. So yeah, it's a very genius solution actually. I'm gonna have to have a think about it to get all that equipment, because, you know, the baseline is we are going to make whiskey, and of course we don't want to have just any whiskey, we want to have one of the best ones in the world. Which does mean that we need to put high-end ingredients in, and ingredients that are not saturated with nitrogen and or herbicide are, of course, by default better than the ones that are saturated with that. So that means that, you know, I really do want to have that to make it as good as we possibly can. Okay, I'm gonna leave the tractor here. I don't think I need it for anything else today. And I did completely forget I have my truck parked outside. So let's put that in the workshop. Okay, we're in, safe and sound. Now let's... Thankfully I have my cowboy hat on. Otherwise I would get hit on my head like a madman. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, so let's put the remaining herbicide back into the shed, into this barn. Oh, look at that. I just looked at the bank account and it seems that we already got paid the first part of the contract. I think that's the one that Mr. Tambier's done. He went and cultivated one field. And I think I still have to collect on my contract. I'm not sure. Maybe Mr. Tambiers took care of that also. I have to see. Okay, and now the hail has stopped. You can actually hear the difference. Yeah, now it's just raining. Alright, I'm gonna wait for him if he comes over, so we wash the cultivator. And I think this is probably a good place for it. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit, because it has to be unfolded to be dropped down. Okay, and the money from the spraying contract just went through. We got paid $30,000. 30,000 and something. I didn't pay attention how much exactly, but it's a very good number. Mr. Tambiers, are you coming to the main farm?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna wait here and I'm gonna wash your tractor and equipment.
Yeah, it's pretty muddy. I headed to the barn now.
Alright. I'm waiting in pole position with the sprayer, with the pressure washer. Okay, let's see where he's at. Oh yeah, I can see him.
They did give me a little bonus on that.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Come out and said that's good enough, and wasn't good enough for me, so I finished it all the way completely, and I think they give me like $2,000 or something extra.
Wow. Wow, that's unexpected. Now, where have you been playing to have such a dirty tractor? I was thinking if the disc harrow can go into the big barn, but I think it has to be unfolded for it. Oh, sorry, sir.
Nope.
I didn't know you were gonna jump out. Yeah, I think it has to be unfolded for it to be dropped on the floor. So
Yep, it does.
I'm not sure if it's gonna let us, or if we have enough space made in there. As I was thinking right here.
I was thinking, yeah, I was gonna say we can move that planter over a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna use the
It'd
case right here.
probably be room for it.
Okay, let's. Isn't this just our luck? Right when we stop doing the outside work, the hail stops.
Yeah. They're calling for rain all day, but it looks like it might not last all day.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna wait here. Till you drop it down, and I'm gonna repark this.
How's up the top? I got that cleared, right?
Yeah, easily. Easily, still have about 2 meters.
Huh.
Okay, stop.
Let me pull on up here and then see how much room we got when it's down.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bit more to the back. Okay, you're perfect on this side, and take it just a bit more forward. Okay, I think you can let it down.
Oh. User mistake, there we go.
Okay, beautiful. I think this is gonna be good.
You come on back about, oh, probably 8 foot. Come on back, come on back. Come on back. A little more, a little more, a little more, that's good.
Okay. And done. Beautiful. So we got paid both contracts, and we are now at 323,000 in the bank account.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to invest it in a new telehandler because I'm sick of this.
Yeah, I knew you liked it when you got it, but that center deal there, that would ruin it for me.
Yeah. And it's an articulated one, which I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, you know me, when it comes to anything not tractor related, basically, I would say get the JCB, but
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have a look at the used deals market if there's anything. I liked the price on this one, it was, what, 23,000 new.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they give you about $40,000 worth of headache.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Okay, well, I think this is gonna be it for today.
It was productive, even though it wasn't on our own farm, but hey, we still made some money.
Yep. I do hope the hail didn't damage our fields any. Or if it has,
Yeah.
it's minimal. Those are going for quite some time.
Well, I'm looking, I don't see anything myself, but
Yeah, it does look
who
okay.
knows? Yeah, that looks all right.
Okay, well, this is gonna be it for today. Thank you, John, for doing the contract and
Hey, no problem, Bobby.
ranking in some money.
Yeah, like I said, I think we made an extra. I think the contract called for 12,000 something. When I got down and went up on the guy's porch and to get collect, he gave me like 14 grand.
Wow. We gotta give him a bottle of whiskey when we have one.
Uh, if it makes it that far, he gave him a half a bottle.
Yeah, this is the special one. You know,
Yeah.
the first opened one. Okay, so yeah.
All right, Pass. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the tractor and head back over to Homestead, and need anything, give me a holler, Bobby.
All right, it's a deal. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. As Mr. Tambier said, this was not really done on our farm, not much at least. But it did bring quite a lot of money in, which we do need. And I will have a look at some different telehandlers to see if there's anything that I might like. And who knows, maybe we'll reinvest, maybe I'll pay a bit of the loan back just to lessen the main part of the loan. So yeah, stay tuned. See you next time and goodbye.